Today, risotto with fresh tomato sauce. This is not a very popular dish at all. Normally goes with spaghetti, the fresh tomato sauce. But I'm going to do this for a specific friend of mine, Dobby. You know yourself. So he's having trouble with risotto. So I'm going to show you. We always start with a lovely bit of garlic. 2? Yeah, we'll have 2. So he's having trouble with risotto. He says that it doesn't come out right. So, little pan with water. This is obviously for one person, just for myself. A stock cube, veggie. We've got beautiful yellow tomatoes. So I'm going to start chopping everything up, and I'll show you shortly what I'm going to do with everything. Okay. Garlic has gone in before the oil, and there is a particular reason. We don't want that garlic to burn, but we want the oil, not too much. We want the oil to get all that flavor from that garlic, okay? Let's get that oil nice and hot. When the garlic starts to sizzle, we turn it down completely. We don't want it burned. Now, I like it spicy. I like a kick. Chili's gone in. I chopped up some tomatoes. So you have to be good at judging for yourself, okay? So our stock to cook the rice is on the go. We don't need the garlic anymore. Right. So we need the pan nice and hot. As soon as it sizzles, we turn it completely down. In the meantime, I'm going to get the portion of rice that I'm going to use, and I use arborio. There are so many different rice. Now it's sizzling completely down, and I forget about it for now. Now I get my arborio rice, which looks like that, which is risotto rice, okay? Any risotto rice is good. I'm going to simply wash it. I don't want to soak it. I'm going to just wash it. About 100 grams of rice. Now, that's sizzling. Let's go in with our tomatoes. That's it. We can put the heat up a bit. So we're going to start rosolare. Rosolare means soffriggere. Soffriggere means just lightly fry and cook this down. So that is going to be added to our rice a little later. So the stock is going. Let's check it. We don't need it boiling. We need the stock cube, even though I use Knorr, which is not that oxo, which is hard. So yeah, our tomatoes goes, and I'm going to soak the rice. I did say soaking. No, you don't need it soaked, you need it rinsed. Now, there are two ways. If you are as fat as me, even though I'm not that fat, but I always try to lose weight and keep an eye on starch and fats and carbohydrate, you would try to rinse it more and more and more and soak it for 5 minutes more, just so the starch comes out and the rice becomes lighter. But to be totally honest, you need the starch to make a risotto. So what I did in this case is I just rinsed it, as in cleaning the rice. Now this is coming very nicely. We're going to turn it down and let it cook very slowly. In a minute, we're going to put some of the stock in here so it continues to cook very gently. Let's adjust it with some salt. I'm not going to put pepper. Actually, I am. I like the flavor of the pepper. Even though we've got chili, let's put some color, some darkness in here. That's it. Not too much. We don't want it too sharp. So that cooks very nicely. I've rinsed the rice. It's now draining. It's literally just rinsing and cleaning it. That's all it is. Now the rice will not be cooked in here. We need to clarify that. The rice is not going to be cooked in here. I'll show you exactly what's going to happen. The tomato is getting there. Let's swap it so you can see how we cook the rice. We get that pan nice and hot. We pour a very little bit of oil, always extra virgin, that's all I use. I don't have any other apart from frying. So as you can see, it's just to wet the pan. The tomato is amazingly getting there, soft. Now, I'm going to do it. Put some stock in this sauce. Don't want too much. That's enough. And we let that tomato cook down very gently. The stock has gone, or the stock cube has gone completely down into the water. So we got lovely stock for our rice. Now, let's start cooking the rice. Very little, don't need too much. It's only one person, just myself. And that's it. So we are now toasting the rice. Dobby, if you use my ways, you won't be disappointed. And of course, it has to be the right rice, okay? This is coming very nicely. Normally, the cooking of the rice happens with some onions. I don't want to kill that harmony that there is between the tomatoes and the garlic. So I'm doing it even lighter by not putting some extra ingredients, which would be the onion, even though it would be small. Now as soon as you start seeing the grains getting, I can never say that word, translucent. I think that's not too bad. Means there is some heat in that rice. It's toasted okay. We are going to sfumare. Sfumare means adding some white wine. Just a little, because there's not much. As soon as the alcohol vaporizes, we're going to continue to add, or start to add, our stock. So this is going to get dry very, very quickly with the alcohol going right in the air. Beautiful. Let's try the tomatoes, have a try, have a look. Let's give it a little taste. Ooh, so sweet. Right, there is virtually no liquid in here, okay? Starch is already starting to come out. And now we're going to start going in with our stock, just like that. We cover it, cover the rice completely. We don't want to soak it far too much, just a little, just like that. And we cannot go anywhere. As soon as it starts to dry, we add more. And this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to add a little pinch of salt, and that will be it, because there is already salt in the tomato, and the wine has its own strength. Very good. Now we're going to start grating some Parmesan cheese. I always use grana. And this is it basically for at least 7-8 minutes. So it's been another few minutes. I've grated my cheese. It's right here, ready to go and finish off the dish in the end. Now, tomatoes. Tomatoes can go off. It's nice and soft. Now, I'm going to taste that rice. If it's halfway, I will add the tomato to it. Yes, it's halfway. And we go in with our tomato. We scrape it with a spatula, because we do not want to waste anything, ever. That's it. Beautiful stuff. And that is it. Now we continue the cooking in this pan, and if we need to add, which we will, stock, we will. So this is one of the easiest, but I would say tastiest, of the risottos. If you are a fussy eater, for example, you don't like the skin of the tomatoes, I suggest you just don't bother, to be totally honest. I don't really care. I can accept that tomatoes come with the skin, and if it's cooked, then it will become sort of like that, like a, it can be sharp if you get it right in your throat, but to be honest, it's soft. Plus, you have to accept it if you're eating tomatoes, surely. So this is coming very lovely, nicely, very quick. I think a few more minutes, this is done. This is pretty much done. There are so many different things to be said, like, for example, don't ever put too much stock, especially if you're not familiar with risotto, because you can't remove it. There are ways of removing it, but it's very messy. You can always add, so always put a bit at a time. Always, never, 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 ever leave it. Now, I'm going to taste it for the last time. It's amazing. Fire off. Seems very wet, doesn't it? Does it look wet? Well, it won't be very soon. Normally I put butter. You always put butter and cheese at the same time. I'm not adding extra fat because of my current diet. There is oil in there already, twice. That's gone in the rice and in the tomatoes. Now, cheese has gone in. This is called mantecare, which is finishing off the dish. Putting it together. That's what mantecare is. And normally risotto is done with butter and parmesan or cheese, whatever you want to prefer to use. I prefer grana because it costs less, even though parmigiano has better taste, stronger taste. Now, this is becoming a cream, has already become a cream to me. What do you think? I think it is. This is done. I'm going to put the lid on for probably 90 seconds. And I'm going to just leave it and then we plate it up. Right, this has been resting now for, I would say, 90 seconds. And that is what it looks like. Just cream. And how do we plate things? We don't plate anything in a posh way. We just pour it in our plate just like that, because it's about the flavor and not about how we dish up. This is so good. It smells so tomatoey. And there is no liquid there. It's just cream. The starch, yes, I can say I've done a great job. I often do, I guess. Not every time. There are times when I'm not happy. Now, this is what a risotto should look like, okay? Just like that. And you can obviously do it with the red tomatoes, but I had the yellow one to be used, and I used it. So we shall try, shall we? Can you smell it? I bet you can't. Dobby, that's for you, mate. So delicate. See the skin? Don't bother me. Very light. Thumb up. Bye bye.